the parched earth, toward the sound of rushing water. The only source of water in this cursed wasteland, the Crux River, flowed along the outer perimeter and disappeared beneath the mountains they called home. It was here where he and his brothers had tracked their quarry after hunting the tricky demon for nearly a week.
"Brothers,"
Cyrus whimpered, his voice ricocheting in Dragomir's skull as he communicated through thought, an ability Dragomir shared with his pack.
"I miss my soft furs and warm hearth. Let's return home."
Dragomir frowned down at his brother as his tail dragged the ground. While Dragomir and Horetu were in protector form, mammoth-horned demons who walked upright on 2 legs. Their younger brothers, Cyrus and Lucian, could only transform into hulking black wolves. The pads of their paws weren't as thick as the ones on Dragomir's big feet.
"Not yet."
Horetu dragged a hand down his long face as he pushed ahead of them.
"There's one more out there." "We have more than enough souls for the beast,"
Lucian said, tossing a look behind him at the cavern where they'd disoriented and chained their prisoners. Dragomir felt not an ounce of pity for the souls they'd captured. Rapists and warmongers from the mortal world who deserved to spend an eternity in the belly of the beast. And in return for feeding them to the beast, a primordial djinn who lived in the depths of their mountain home, they were granted wishes that made their lives more comfortable, such as salted meats, grains, wine, and whatever goods they desired. Cyrus whimpered.
"My paws are on fire." "Then we'll cool them in the river,"
Horetu answered.
"I think that's how he's been hiding his scent."
Lucian's grumble snaked across Dragomir's senses.
"He's been in the water."
Dragomir nearly stumbled as a jolt went through him. Why hadn't he considered that?
"Clever creature." "Not clever enough."
Horetu flashed a fanged grin as they drew closer to the sound of rushing water.
"Let's go fishing."
Lucian's nostrils flared as he surged ahead of them, then crept the rest of the way toward the top of the ledge that overlooked the river.
"Get down,"
he warned, teeth flashing and ears flattening against his skull. Dragomir and Horetu both shifted into wolves and crept toward Lucian, their tails tucked between their legs. What Dragomir saw made his heart falter, then take off at a gallop. 3 demon witches bathing in the water.
"Blood and bones. It's the Vindictus." "No."
Horetu cocked his head to the side.
"It's their underling witches."
Cyrus let out a low whimper, his gaze focused on the brown robes strewn out along the shoreline.
"The Vindictus wear red robes. Look at the one with the bronze skin."
Lucian's tongue lolled to the side, a string of drool falling to his paws.
"Isn't she pretty?"
As Dragomir watched the bronze beauty playfully splash her friends, water clinging to her dark hair like dew, he fought the urge to slide down the embankment and join her.
"I see her,"
he said, too stunned by her beauty to say anything else. With his wolf-touched senses, he admired her large amber eyes that sparkled like gems, high cheekbones, full mouth, and long, regal neck. And when she surged out of the water, her full breasts heaving with the movement, he was jealous of every drop of water that clung to her smooth skin. He frowned when he saw the chain wrapped around her ankle similar to the ones he and his brothers used on the captured souls. It was attached to a big metal ball resting on the shore. Why was she locked up like a prisoner? Was she a criminal or a slave? "Throw me a sponge," another demon witch, with gills on her neck and a large green head like a toad, said to her. Most demons in hell resembled hybrids of humans and animals, but the bronze witch looked like a human queen. No, a goddess. "Here," the bronze witch answered with a dazzling smile before lifting her hand into the air. A sponge lifted off from the embankment and floated over to the toad witch. "Your magic is getting stronger," the toad said as she took the sponge in her webbed hands. "You need to stop flaunting your powers," another witch purred from atop a boulder she'd perched on that dissected the center of a